Thank you for joining me on short notice. Bottom line is, you know that test we were going to run next week? Well, we're running it tonight. Well, we're running it tonight.
The Dragon Knights are...
Thank you for joining me on short notice. Thank you for joining me on short notice. Bottom line is, you know that test we were going to run next week? Well, we're running it tonight. For joining me on short notice. Bottom line is, you know that test we were going to run next week? Well, we're running it tonight. Running it tonight.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to... The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox! And Fox!
Just
And Fox!
just because you're the king's son does not give you the honor of commanding us.
Not at all. However, I've recently had the opportunity to discover the exact location of the major rebel camp. The king and Gavin, your general, would be most pleased if the camp were eradicated, would they not? Not?
You speak wisely, Fox. We shall continue.
Thank you for joining me on short notice. Bottom line is, you know that test. Thank you for joining me on short notice. Bottom line is, you know that test we were going to. Test we were going to run next week. Well, we're running it tonight. We're going to run next week. Well, we're running it tonight. We were going to run next week.
Is that working? I think it's working now. Thank you for letting me know. It was working just fine earlier today. Okay, anyway, so I guess I've been talking to myself for a while. Let's do this again. Happy Thursday. Today I am working on Andre and Sheila and Blitz's scene, and the voice actors did such a good job, and I'm super proud of them. Like, it was really, really hard to pick through all the really, really good additions. I was getting bogged down with making the city, so I figured I'd change pace and go to these guys. I'm actually, the next thing I'm gonna work on after I finish this scene is the little banter in the city that Gabs was a part of. I have to sort through all the lines. I have the lines for Kayla and the lines from Donnie for Kai, and I just have to sort through all the Goji nonsense and like put it in the right order, and it's like, woo! Why did I write this? Alright, so this is, I don't know what to call this. I'll just call it Sheila Blitz. So anyway, this particular scene is at the end of the episode. It's not the ending scene, but it's towards the end. I am very excited to animate that scene too. It's gonna be good. I just have to get all the timing right. For this scene, I wanted to focus a lot on establishing these particular hawks because they need more love. They were in the intro and of like episodes 3 through 6. They hardly got any screen time. So the goal of this episode is to at least establish them a little more. They're kind of like Andre's equals or superiors even. So what I really wanted to do was sort of make them intimidating. Let's see. Andre.
Bottom line is, you know that test we were going to run next week.
Yeah, poor hawks. They need more love, and so that's the goal here. I'm trying to get a good read on Andre's expression. I don't want to like show the hawks off right away. I want to kind of build them up here. So I wanted Andre to be like blocked in by them. And I'm still trying to get the composition. Let's see, Sheila's, I guess she's going on this side. I'm still not entirely used to drawing hawks, actually, because, you know, I haven't included them as much. I drew quite a bit of King Garuda in episode 12. Get one here even more turned away. Like that. My new game that I've been playing is Starbound, which is sort of like Terraria, but less scary and more fun. And I am playing as an avian, which is a little bird person. Maybe having looked at little bird people for a long time, I will be able to draw hawks better. Changeling, hey! Oh, you've heard of it? Yeah, it's really cute. I've only just started, so, I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs of it yet. I'm actually quite bad at it, considering. You can die of starvation, and I have died of starvation maybe 11 times. Oh no, we're out of corn. Let's see, I want Sheila's winged sort of serve as her shoulder here. But, oh, I was saying that I recently started playing a game called Starbound. And it's like Terraria, but less scary and more fun, and you're just kind of a little dude that zooms through space and lands on planets, and then you can, you know, interact with the people there, or just build stuff, or catch people. Like, space criminals. I found a little bird town. Like, oh hey, I'm a bird. I'll stay here because I'm playing as a bird person. And then they started asking me to do all these stupid quests, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like, go find your own friend lost at the bottom of the sewer. I don't have time to do that. Let's see, when you address your superiors or equals, how should you hold your hands? I'm thinking of doing that like business. The casual stance, but still somewhat formal. Oops, I drew that on the wrong layer. I have to come out of comic mode and go back into animating mode. I'll just keep drawing on this layer and then I'll clean it up. Right there. was last semester. Yay! That would be awesome. I'm gonna try to stream Fairy Foxes a little more regularly. It's getting a little bogged down with projects, and like I have so much audio editing to do on Fairy Foxes, and so I got through some of it. And now I'm working on this scene before I tackle the city again.
You know that test we were going to run next week?
I'm actually gonna keep his head on a different layer. Because then I can move his head around from his body. Should be. This works out after all. Bouncer me. He'll only let you in the club if you take out 2 rebels. Okay, now let's put my markers on.
We were going to run next week.
Alright, now I'm going to move his head just a little bit to sort of get that vengefulness in his tone.
Going to run next week.
Where's my beanie baby? Fox beanie baby that I use for acting. Yeah, okay, he's got to put his head down and to the left. And that should give him a little more a menacing tone, I think. I am using Clip Studio. I think the versions are a little different on the iPad. This is the EX version for PC. So it's basically the version that does everything, which is great because I use it all except for the 3D models, which I probably should. I wonder if you can paint models in this. That'd be really nice.
Going to run next week.
Alright, I have to keep his eyes on his head though. And maybe tilt his head with his neck. This is the problem of using his body twice. 'Cause then, I mean, it gets solved with the colors, but
To run next week. We're going to run next week.
there we go. This is, you know that test we're going to run next week? Well, we're running it tonight, and on tonight he's going to change his head again.
You know that test we were going to run next week? Well, we're running it tonight.
Actually, he's got to close his eyes and well as well. Well as well. Whoa. Oh, you're looking at the volunteer board? Let's see. You have a Cintiq, but using... I think as long as you keep the file the same for me, it really doesn't matter what you use. If you can get it back to me as a Clip Studio file, then you can use Swiss cheese to color it in, I don't care. But that would be super helpful and amazing. The two volunteers I have right now, Changeling and Crimson, are absolute beast mode, and I would appreciate any more beautiful volunteers. I need to find a proper way to thank my volunteers because words cannot express how much it has been helping. I could always try to send you a test file and you can see like what it would look like on your end. Oh man, I forgot it's your twiddles. I always forget at least one Andre marking. It's just never make characters with markings, friends. Okay, so running it to next
week. Well, we're running it tonight.
I think I wanted to actually change his entire stance. Yay! Thank you so much. I will try to review that tonight at some point. Tomorrow's gonna be pretty exciting for me because, oh, and for my sister because I'm helping her move into a new place. So I might not be around tomorrow, but it's for good reason. I need like vengeful eyes. Something like that. Here. That's let's just see what it looks like with his head.
Next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
I'm actually gonna...
Next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
I think he's gonna break his stance here. And once this Andre is done, we're gonna do the first Sheila line. Woo! I'm so excited to animate the goose hiss. It's beautiful. Kit did a wonderful job. Like, okay, when I was going through the auditions for Sheila, like, I didn't realize that so many people could do, like, spot-on goose hisses. Like, there was several. I was like, where did you learn to do this? The skill that, like, I just missed out on. I feel like there's a lot of skills that I just, like, missed out on. Like, rollerblading. I am not stable on rollerblades, but you go to a rink and like everybody and their toddlers can rollerblade. Goose hissing was another one of those trains, I suppose. Not all of us have been gifted with it. Okay, these legs look really stupid there. Let's do that again. I think it's just his cape hiding too much of his arm, so it looks weird. Do you really skate? I guarantee you're better than I am if you used to do it. If we ever find ourselves at a roller rink together, you'll have to give me lessons. Okay. Let's get Blitz on this side. Blitz is a little more goofy. Sheila also has like stripes. Actually, let me pull up her reference because I think I like put instructions on how to put in her markings. But I want to make it as easy as possible for the coloring volunteers. Pull up my own style sheet. Yeah. Okay, so she's got entirely colored markings. I'm counting on you, volunteers. Let me check Blitz's really quick. He's got that like weird feather that looks like a lightning bolt. And she's got like a little crown in front.
Going to run next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
Need to keep his legs more in the same position.
Well, we're running it tonight.
Let's cut to the box now. Ice skate professionally? Oh my goodness. Ice skates are a whole nother beast. Resetting my tablet here, decided to turn off. Come on. There you go.
Well, we're running it tonight.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
Alright. Time for shield. 2 spikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 spikes again. So let's use his just start it normal from up here. I actually have to erase all their beaks later on, and they look really stupid without them. That's the only way to like lip sync them. Hawks without their beaks look a little bit like the scary stickers on like electrical transformers. They really used to freak me out as a kid. There was this one in our apartment. It kind of looked like this. And I literally thought that that thing lived in the box. And it could jump out at any time. Because, you know, it's making that horrible buzzing sound. And there's that horrifying sticker on the front. Maybe that's why the hawks are all spiky like this. Channeling my fear of Mr. Zap.
We're running it tonight.
I think she needs to sort of raise her wings too. I spent a lot of this week looking at owls for extra, because Xavier is fighting an owl. So maybe I will take what I learned about owls and apply them to hawks. I learned that owls are basically toothpaste tubes in their body shape. They could do this. They're really funny looking. You were studying response to your questions. I don't think I said anything of great importance. I thought it was cool that your stepmom is a professional ice skater. Popcorn! Welcome! I am excited to draw this part. It doesn't quite look like how I imagined it in my brain. But that's okay. Sometimes things just don't come out how you imagine them. I think a lot of people have that misconception that artists, at least I am able to draw anything that I see in my head. It's really not true. What I see in my head is usually much cooler than what I draw. Hi, Threads. Oh, sequence. That's exciting. Come on, tablet. I'm so disillusioned with your art. Yeah, it's hard to look at your own art objectively. Like, you know, it's really hard to see your own style, I think. I can sort of piece together what my style must look like based on what people say about it, but when I look at it, I'm just like, well, back to normal drawing. Yeah, I think what I see in my head is more cinematic and more better lit, shall we say? And then what I draw is kind of hasty doodles of what's in my head. Oh yeah, some people are so talented, but what you know what really gets me is the people who are talented, but then upload like a completely finished drawing. They're like, oh, just a quick sketch. Like, no, just say I made a drawing today. It is not a quick sketch. That is a finished drawing, friend. Then on the flip side, it's really tempting to be like, I'm uploading this art. I could just say it's a quick sketch. Yeah. What did they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. I just decided that there are going to be lots of people better than me, and that's okay. And I can learn from them. But there's a couple artists where I see they're like, oh my goodness, I wish I could draw this good. But then I did join one of their live streams once because I was like, I need to learn their secrets. And he spent like an hour correcting this like one part of the lighting on a face of a comic page. So there was like more than one face on this page. Like, oh goodness, that's why your art looks so good, and I don't have that kind of patience or time. Spend on one little area. Like, I guess some people are more about quality. Oh. Just a warm up. Oh want to make like a really ridiculous goose face here. I'm not even like sure what to do with the beak. I want to push it to the extreme though. I got to go to a reptile convention with my husband and sister and friends. I'm not a huge fan of reptiles personally, but they're pretty cool. And it was neat to see all the snakes and stuff. And they had a few other animals there too. They were baby chinchillas. And it was like holding air. They let me hold one, and it didn't like me very much, but it was like holding air, I tell you. Like you're holding this thing, and it's like got feet and a face and fluff, and there's like not much else. That's my drawing of a chinchilla. They have bigger ears than that. Actually, bigger head than that. Let's just give her a weird face. Anyway, there was this very soft-spoken man with his mother there. And is that a blue jay? Blue jay's doing something outside. Anyway, and he and his mom run an animal sanctuary. And they had 3 parrots there. All who had been rescued from abusive homes, I think. But they were like super sweet. One was a little crazy, and I think I'm gonna try to mimic that crazy here. You wanted a chinchilla. You knew chinchillas were reptiles. I wanted a chinchilla too. Somebody brought one to like a church group meeting. It was like they hired some animal dude to come in and show us the animals. And there was a chinchilla named Cool Whip. And it was so sweet, and it was super used to people, and so we could all pet it. And then it's like a window chinchilla. My parents had a very strict no pets rule for many years. But I had lots of friends who had pets, so. A cockatiel. Cockatiels are sweet. My friend had one named Pikachu, I think. I didn't get to see him very often because I think he died pretty soon after I met him, sadly. He lived to an old cockatiel age. Let's see, what kind of wing shape am I going? I like want her to raise her. But also just kind of have them behind her. I wish I had like a bird plushie. Maybe we'll just go like this. Bird noises. Yeah. I think it was around the time I was 6. I really, really wanted a bird. I read like tons of bird books in the library. I, did all this research. And I had like names picked out and said like, Mom, can I get a bird? And she's like, maybe when you're 10, you can get a bird. And I'm like, yes, I will wait until I'm 10. And I literally counted down the years until I turned 10 to get this bird. And so I turned 10, and then like the week after, like, so about that bird. And then my dad's like, oh yeah, you can't have a bird. Oh, hi, Sano. Oh my goodness. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, I think you should check out the new episodes. Kitty, you made it! You can guess which part I'm animating right now. It's the goose hiss. I'm trying my best to capture it, but I think I'm failing. Yeah, we got a whole stream group. Now we gotta do the stream dance. I don't know what the stream dance is, but we should make one. One of my secret dreams is to like be in one of those cool glow stick groups, but nobody will do it with me. I need more glow stick dance group friends. Let's see how this looks. I think she needs to be like lower. I'm gonna lower her head. I might change her eyes too. Although I kind of like the amount of crazy in these eyes. There we go. Well then you can be like the merch seller. Nah, you can. We'll just give you some sunglasses and like an official looking badge.
The Dragon Knight.
Let's see how this plays out so far.
We were going to run next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
The Dragon Knights are not your. The Dragon.
Should I go for a close-up of her face or keep her sort of at this distance?
The Dragon Knights are not yours.
I think I'll like go to a close-up where she's like yelling in Andre's face. You always end up working at coaches. It's fun to work and listen to streams at the same time. It's like having a work buddy. I don't have any commissions right now, which is kind of nice. I like doing commissions, but they also hang over me if I work on my own projects, so it's nice to be free. together. Woo! Art buddies. There's just something nice about working in a group. Like, I'd much rather draw with people than by myself. I like drawing by myself too, but if I had the option. Like, the few times I've gotten to go to a drink and draw, it's been amazing. I don't drink, but neither do half the other people, and just drawing together with other artists, it's super neat. There was this one dude who held his pencil, like, with his fist, like, you know, like kindergarten crayon style, and he just, like, smacked out, like, this Batman that was, like, you know, print worthy in like 15 minutes. Like, how? He's like a human printer. Oh, you took a request. That's cool. I hear Art Fight is announcing their theme tonight. I have always wanted to do Art Fight, but then every year it like happens, and then I sign up and like actually I have stuff to do, and then I never participate, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, you're waiting for it right now? They said it was gonna release 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 2 hours behind me, so 2 hours? Yeah. That sounds about right. I'm like, should I participate? Should I not? If I did, people would just get like stupid doodles and not a finished thing.
The Dragon Knights are
The food script pencil thing. Yeah, like, I've never seen anybody keep it for so long. Is a category for sketches? Oh, that's good to know.
Dragon Knights are not.
Okay, so let's take this. So doing the beak in this is going to be interesting because I have to, you know, lip sync it later. We have a bird conservatory somewhat near us where like there's a bunch of birds who, you know, have been injured and they can't be released to the wild because they wouldn't survive. But there was this really cute hawk with she was missing an eye, and I went by her enclosure and she made these really cute noises, and so I made noises back at her and then she kept making noises back at me. We had like a full-on little conversation, and now she's my favorite. I should go back and say hello to her. they had a few eagles there as well. And they make like seagull noises. They're not as majestic in person. I mean, they're majestic, but in looks only. Anyway, I gotta get Sheila's eye here. I'm not quite sure what to do with this extreme angle. I should probably look up a reference of beaks from this angle. Let's just go with that. Baby cliff swallows. Baby birds are so ugly before they get cute. It's like, I know you're a baby bird, but my goodness. Make her face a little smaller. That's right, I forgot. I was doing that little forehead dip on Hawks now. Always check your references, friends. 'Cause you never know. She kept rebuilding it. Oh no. I hope the dogs didn't get to it. Those are quite the names for cliff swallows. There we go. That looks about right. Now she can get all up in Andre's face here. I'll make her eye a little smaller. Birds are resilient creatures, aren't they? Russian names are crazy. I follow this Twitter, it's like Soviet cartoons or something out of context, and there's some weird stuff that comes through there, but the Russian names are always entertaining. Alright, I think this is a good, like, midpoint expression, and then I'm gonna make it a little crazier The hawks are still much larger than fairy foxes.
And fox. Fox. Not yours to command, fox.
Here we go.
The Dragon Knights are not.
We're gonna go right up to Andre. Same coloration. Ability rules apply to hawks. Hawks are different than foxes. They can be brown or colorful, but the colorful ones are more likely to have like more powerful abilities. So like the king and Kanoni aren't as powerful with their zappy powers as maybe Sheila or Blitz are. That's the role I'm working on right now.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, fox. Knights are not yours to.
Let's move her head gradually up here. Just thinking if I ever rebooted Fairy Foxes, I'd probably change the rules about hawk colors. So now they're just sort of random. I was thinking that most of them would have a softer, more natural colored base, but then have like gradients to something crazy, like hot pink. Oh, my wonderful husbando has returned from battle. Let's see. I want this transition to be pretty quick. So we'll do one more in between these two. they celebrated one of my friend's birthdays the other day, and my husband picked her up a cake, and it was called Bumpy Cake. And I had never heard of Bumpy Cake before. And it looks just like, you know, a square cake, but it's got like these little speed bumps across the top. It was so good. Like, I keep wanting more Bumpy Cake. It was like super chocolatey and delicious. I just kind of want to eat Bumpy Cake for dinner tonight. I think that's the only option. Go to the store, get some Bumpy Cake. Do I have any chocolate on my desk? Ooh, it's chocolate. That's not chocolate. Here's chocolate. I found chocolate. I have emergency chocolate stores on my desk most of the time. Because sometimes you just start thinking about Bumpy Cake and then I need chocolate. Okay, let's see.
Are not yours to command, Fox. Yours to command, Fox.
Yeah, some desserts are a little too sweet. Although it really depends, I guess, because sometimes I still eat those Loft House cookies that are basically pure sugar. See, how do you make a sound as a hawk? Probably something like this. Okay, Little Debbie snacks, with the exception of oatmeal cream pies, are kinda gross. I don't like them. They taste kinda plasticky. Joy! Welcome home!
Yeah, I mean, she said bagels if you want.
Whoa, bagels, thanks! You are the bestest husband ever. Oh,
How's the progress coming?
good! I am working on hawk parts right now.
Which hawk is that one?
That's Sheila. What do you think of this picture, John?
I can hear it.
Where'd you come from, River? River's joined the stream. She was being a little terror earlier.
We're going to run next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
Okay, I like this, but it needs to be like 3 inches closer to Andre's face. What, River? Yes, there's birds outside. on this morning stream, I was just hanging out with River, and then a bird flew into the window. It was just like a thump. It was fine, but bird, watch where you're going.
Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
There we go. Alright, let's add Andre into the mix. I need to know where to put his backed up head so that I can draw him properly. Let's see. Bird flew into your car. It's happened twice. That's horrible. I think it was either this spring or last summer, where every morning the same robin would attack our window. Like, I'd wake up to the robin just going nuts on the window. It's like, when will you learn that it's not a real bird? This head needs to be way smaller. River? No, that's mine. Get down. Okay, it's not that much smaller. About there. Why are you why are you eating cereal out of that?
Sometimes you gotta treat yourself. It's the cereal goblet now.
That was kind of the table centerpiece.
No, just my cereal goblet.
Why are you like this? Well, now I have to draw a picture of you with your cereal goblet.
Make sure I look very smug and proud of myself. Because I am. That's pretty good representation of me.
This is John eating out of things he shouldn't be eating out of. That's a lot of cereal. Are you gonna finish that?
I normally eat 2 bowls.
My goodness. Where are you going? Just come to this cereal. Oh, thank you. So we got Andre in here.
Command, Fox. Not yours to command. Not yours to command.
I'm just gonna do a little backup thing here. I just had two things. I can't remember the last time I attempted an actual like fluid animation. I'm doing this like half step stuff for so long.
Not yours to command. Not yours to command. Not yours to command, Fox.
Next is Blitz's turn. In between artist. Thank you. I don't think Fairy Fox is like, I don't know. The way it is right now, in betweens are a level of fancy I feel like goes beyond the scope of the project. But if I ever reboot it with 2D elements, that would be so cool.
Not yours to command, Fox.
Also, my keys are not made to be in between.
Not yours to command, Fox.
In-betweens are really good though, like the projects you've shown me. You get really fluid stuff.
Not yours to command, Fox.
Okay, I think that's pretty good. So let's look from the hiss again.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
That's pretty good. Now I need to drag Blitz next to her. And Andre over here. I actually wanted Blitz on this side. I guess there's still time to change it. Just be like, color this one as Blitz. Andre's Foofson. Smear frames are best friends. I do enjoy smear frames. There's a few good ones. Was it this episode or 13? 13 had a couple of good ones.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command.
I don't like how close Andre is to Gatling there. Unless I just have him overlap it. But then his coloring will be messed up. I'll just put him right here.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
Okay, then we cut to Blitz. So, way back when, well, I still actually use the site babynames.com to name a lot of characters. And when I was naming these guys, I was just like searching like meanings with hawk and bird and stuff. And then when I was trying to name who is now Blitz, and there was this one name that was like Ioviano or something like that, and it meant yellow hawk apparently. Like, oh, that's perfect. And then I was like, I can't remember the name of this character. I was doing like more research. And I find that name again. I'm like, oh yeah. And I try to look up if it's like an actual name because Ioviano is a little bit of a mouthful. And apparently it's not a name at all. Like, it was just on the website. It's just somebody making stuff up and saying it meant yellow hawk, and little Christy believed it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, if you're sitting apart. Yeah, you guys get them until you either are uncontactable or like the characters stop being a thing. Although sometimes if I can't like reach people right away, I'll just like change the part on the fly. It's you're pretty solidified though. Right nowadays I try not to change a part if I can help it. two Hakusis. Let's see. I'm gonna keep checking this time sheet. I keep wanting to make them fluffy like foxes, but I need to make them smooth and then give them fluffy tummies. Corvus. I think Corvus is good for a villain name, though, even if it's kind of, you know, obvious. It fits. I kind of like on-the-nose names sometimes. Unless they, like, give away an important plot element. The name he chose for himself is kind of cute. Yeah, I named all my extra characters without the use of baby names. I just picked names that I liked or didn't like, depending on how I wanted to write the character, I guess. But then I was looking up all their name meanings later, and like Xavier means like a new house. What? What does that even mean? I forget what Alexis means. Roji is an entirely made up name. So, what's really weird is I named Roji because I thought Roji meant red in another language that I had definitely heard before, but then I started, you know, looking into that. And I can't find any record of Roji meaning red in any language. So, if you know the language that Roji means red in, I would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm just absolutely crazy. You pick intrinsic meaning names, Natalie. I could see you doing that. Vibes alone. Very folklore. That's pretty cool. If I ever have like a video game where I have to name a bunch of things, I usually go with like a theme. I name a lot of my chickens after weather in Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley.
Just because you're the king's son.
Marigold. I'm not gonna say Marigold. Not a name that rolls off the tongue. Marigold, though. I named Kai after a dude I knew in kindergarten just because I thought his name was cool. I think Mark I named just because I liked the name Mark a lot, and also that's the name I had chosen for Butterfly Mark. You should just name her Marigold at this point. Named after a character from Alien. Is it Alien?
Just because you're the king's son. Just because you're the king. Because you're the king's son doesn't. Just because you're the king's son does not give you the honor of commanding us. Or the king's son does not give.
Oh, Ash. YouTube is horrible about making things into emojis.
Or the king's son does not give you the honor.
I kind of just want him to like puff a little right there, but he says not.
Or the king's son does not give you the honor of commanding us.
And something I've been toying around with is that I'm working on extra and fairy foxes, so my schedule's pretty full, but I can get out about a page a day on extra, and I can get through like say 25 seconds a day of fairy foxes at the same time. Minor, anyway. I'm thinking if I made another project that was entirely separate, I could probably get like a standalone graphic novel out in 4 months-ish. But I could make like a random news story or a fairy foxes related graphic novel. Maybe even alongside both of them if I cut down my quality a ton on the new thing. He looks a little too much like a parakeet here. Just thinking about it. But what I really wanted to do, since I finished writing extra, was work on a video game. So I could also do that instead. I have ideas for it, but I want to like have a really solid idea of what it would be like to play it before I start to make it. I have a solid idea of like the premise and the characters I want in it. But gameplay, I think, would be the most important or something. That is game. Eyes are wonky. Let's give she a little breathing room there.
Are not yours to command, Fox.
Just because you're the
Stephen for cowboy book. Finish your fairy novel.
Tonight.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
Just because you're the king's son does not give you the honor of commanding us.
Not at all.
Okay, now Andrew's gotta try and salvage the situation. Only 10k words left. You could write a little piece of like the last 2k words and then work backwards. The ending was really tough for me too, an extra though. It took me way too long to just plow through it. Working backwards helps me a lot when I'm stuck on stories. Or when I got stuck, sometimes I would like scrap my next idea and just be like, what's the weirdest thing that could happen right now? And then sometimes that would get me excited to do it again. Or start writing again anyway. Yeah, the in-between stuff. Cut the in-between stuff. Get to the stuff you really want to write. When I was working on Pencil Den a long time ago, I got past the beginning stuff I really wanted to write, and like, I don't want to write the middle, and so I just completely skipped the middle and cut right to the stuff I wanted to write again. It made for a weird time jump, but hey, it got me through. In between events and writing is, I don't know, it's always the hardest. Or like transitions. I think transitions are my weakness. Like when I have to switch scenes or switch moods. I was like, oh, how do you? Sometimes it flows really naturally if like you have it already in mind. But sometimes it ends up just being a little forced. Oh, nice. It's always exciting when you reread it and you're like, whoa, this isn't terrible. I wrote like 2 paragraphs of just I guess a novel the other day. I was like, what if I just start writing the finale of a random novel I haven't written? And so I started writing, and it was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed making a new universe.
Not at all.
Nothing is happening externally. Oh, you can make them doing something like threshing or knitting. Something. Traveling. Nice stuff! Long time no see! Welcome to the stream party! working on some of the last scene here. Although I'm starting to run out of steam, so I don't know how much longer I'll go for. But I still need to make dinner. I'm gonna make some curry tonight. I wander aimlessly. You could always have somebody be on to them. Or they hear noises or something. How are you doing my stuff? What's new in my stuff land? Yeah, we're talking about writing and stories and different plots and characters. I'm definitely having extra withdrawal because even though I'm drawing it every day, I'm not writing it anymore, and it's just like I miss them. I miss these characters. Oh, I'm glad you're okay, but I hope things get 100% good. You have stories you're writing? What's your favorite one right now? Go get dinner, Nat. Rice cakes for dinner. I remember those days. Those were not good days. Remember to eat some cheese too once in a while, unless you can't eat cheese, in which case eat something else.
Not at all. However. Not at all. However.
You can't wait to read the ending of Extra. Have you read it on DVD, or are you following it on DeviantArt? Because the end is out. It's done. Are you following it in color? Because you've got 800 pages to go. I have 800 pages to color. Bagel seasoning. Oh, that sounds pretty good. A puppy and a cat. That sounds so cute. I want to read it. I'm trying to read more books. But I used to read books all the time, and it just, as an adult, you don't read as much. So now I'm trying to make a point to read more before bed or just whenever. The problem is that I'm a bit of a binge reader, so getting myself to like stop after a couple chapters is very difficult. You got out of DA a while ago. That's fair. DA is kind of a mess. I like a combination. I like puppies and kitties and angst. Why not all of them, right? But no, a puppy and a kitty sounds like a really fun read.
Not at all. However, I've heard.
I like this Andre face. We all read. That's what makes stories good. Is I like reading stuff that's different than what I write, and seeing other people's like styles come through. Puppy goes on a journey. Hey, audiobooks count too. I need to. Actually, I still haven't finished Madame Mayo. I need to finish that. I was getting towards the end, and then I don't know why I just didn't finish it. It was good. I was enjoying it.
Not at all. However, I've recently had the opportunity to
I'm not really sure what camera angle to jump to next here.
I've recently had the opportunity.
I know what I wanted to do like for this bit, but not here. Let's just review what I've got so far.
We were going to run next week.
I'll just start the line from the beginning.
Thank you for joining me on short notice. Bottom line is, you know that test we were going to run next week? Well, we're running it tonight.
Still don't like his arms there.
We're running it tonight. But next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
He needs to change his fist there too. Let's do like this open-handed gesture. Yeah. Kitty did a really good hiss for this part. Oh, I don't remember if I listened to And Then There Were None or not. I listened to like tons of Agatha Christie novels for a while. But then YouTube started deleting them all. I was listening to the Nancy and Ned or no, not Nancy and Ned. Was it? I don't remember. It was like there's these characters she had that it followed basically their life, but they went on mysteries, and so they age each book in the series.
We were going to run next week.
And some of them were really good, but then the last one, which came out I think a few years before Agatha Christie's death or something, it was really like disjointed, and like she forgot plot points, and I just felt a little sad because you could sort of see the threads she was trying to weave for the mystery, which would have been really good had she kept them straight.
We were going to run next week. Well, we're running it tonight.
The Dragon Knights are not yours to command, Fox.
Just because you're the king's son does not give you the honor of commanding us. Not give you the honor of commanding us.
Not at all. However, I've recently had the
Right, guys, I think I'm hitting my limit here. Stuff. So next time I stream, I'm gonna knock out the second half of this, and then probably work on the scene right after. I might actually go back to the city. But it was really fun. Thank you guys all so much for coming. It was awesome. And I will see you guys on Discord or wherever you may be. I appreciate your company. Made some good progress today. Exciting stuff. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful evening.